Arsenal will be without several key players due to injury or suspension. Here's a look at the notable absences. No William Saliba, obviously no Martin Odegaard. Calafiori, doubtful with that knee injury. Bukayo Saka, questionable with the hamstring. Sorry, boys.
You know you'd like to see a full-strength side versus a full-strength side.
Listen, Liverpool dealt with this last season. Like, they were decimated last year.
City, right?
So
Man City did that as well. They lost Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland for a
They also have 3 11s, so.
I don't make up the rules. Anyway, to help us break this one down even further, we are absolutely thrilled to welcome in our good friend, Geoff Shreeves. Geoff, I'm taking a look at all these injuries and absences for Arsenal. How big are the losses for Arsenal in this match against Liverpool, who are flying right now?
Oh, they're absolutely massive, Suze. It's not just the number of injuries, which is extensive, but also the calibre of players missing. Of course, the standout one is William Saliba. It's a very straightforward stat, isn't it? Of the games he plays in, they win 75%. The games he doesn't play in, they win 42%. He is a massive player for Arsenal. They will miss him sorely. And to be honest with you, I'm sure Charlie's having nightmares, and Alexis, as to what that back four will look like. Mikel Arteta hasn't actually spoken to the media today as yet. I'm awaiting updates as we speak. And, well, I can't work out who he'll play. He could bring Kivior in. He could play Ben White at right back, and then you've got Gabriel, but who will fill in at left back if Calafiori isn't fit? So it's a real struggle for them up against the Liverpool team, who are absolutely flying right now.
The last thing I want to see is Zinchenko playing left back versus
get ready for that.
Or Kiwior for that instance, but yeah.
Geoff, quick update.
Yeah,
Timber, Calafiori and Saka are very much doubtful.
Uncertain.
Right? Uncertain.
Oh, I have different information. This is coming from the press conference, one of my pals in the press. Don't rule Timber out. And also, he says Saka has done some training on grass.
Okay.
Now, we know Mikel Arteta is very cagey with information he gives ahead of games. But, I mean, he's obviously going to leave it till the last minute, but you know you can't deny they've got big injury problems right now, and also in midfield, because the Odegaard missing is a massive blow to them, and we're seeing that. You know, he's such the creator, and also he instigates the press as well. So they're going to really have to dig deep.
Jeff,
against
just
Liverpool
a quick
on
one
Sunday.
from me. What are they saying in regards to Saka? Him training on the pitch could just be him running, right? It's a big risk to throw him in this game, and with what's going on for the rest of the season. Surely he's got to be training a couple of days before they put him in this.
My info, Troy, is that Mikel Arteta says that Bukayo Saka has done some training on grass. So he's been out on the grass, but, you know, it's a hamstring. It's a hamstring.
He's been running. That normally suggests he's been running with his boots on, and he's not going to be involved. I just want to ask you, what's it like back there, mate? Because I've been out here all week, and they've been working me to death, Geoff, by the way. So hopefully when I get paid, I can get one of them nice pianos that you've got at the side there.
When I think I last saw you at the Emirates, didn't I?
Yeah, it was. We were both working. You had a lot better seats than me. That's all I'm going to say. When it comes to Arteta, what is the pressure like back home in regards to if he loses this match? Is there a lot of it, they're out of the race if they lose this match, or is everyone quite friendly with him?
Yeah. Look, they could go 7 points behind, couldn't they? So, and that is a big gap. You can't deny that. I don't really think about this, Troy, but I was talking to some people the other night. I just kind of felt that at the start of this season, Arsenal have put themselves under a lot of pressure. He hasn't, you know, he stated that they want to win, they want to go one step better, but they've kind of put themselves in a position where they see this season, building on the back of last season, in many ways they're quite right to, that they really can go that one step further. That's huge pressure. I've always said, for Arsenal to win the title this season, that they would have to be nothing less than perfect, and Manchester City would have to be imperfect. Right now, that is the other way around. You would have to say Arsenal are not quite right for whatever reason. If you look at their recent games, they've dropped 7 points in the last 6 games. So they're stuttering at the moment. And if you throw in, of course, the injuries as well, they're up against it. And this, of course, as you well know, is a club you have questioned in the past as to whether or not they have. How shall we put this, Troy? Perhaps you'd like to explain this
gumption
story to your colleagues.
I wish you could see these guys' faces as you're saying this, Geoff. You're just pulling the soul out of them. It's brilliant to watch.
I hope some of the players that will be starting in place of the injured players have some cojones.
Yes, yeah. Now, which I thought was brave of Troy, given that his other half is an Arsenal fan. I think some of your kids are as well, aren't they, Troy? So
they are,
you must,
as well.
You must have some to come out and say that publicly, because you get battered when you get home.
Everybody else who's here, I talk a lot, but at home I am ruled under the roost and I pretend that I run my household. That doesn't happen. So here's where I get all of my energy out, and I get to see these guys. Honestly, Geoff, these are wonderful people, but you talking about Arsenal has killed them. Their energy was so high. It's gone down. We enjoyed it, obviously.
Well, yeah. I have to say, Susanna is obviously the most massive Liverpool fan that I know. And when going into this match, I thought, okay, full strength at home, Liverpool are probably going to be up against it. But now it's shifted, and you feel that Liverpool are coming into London feeling that they're the favorites, especially given all these injuries. This could be a moment for Arteta to play some untested players, some younger players, and Ethan Nwaneri, for instance.
I would like to remind you what Liverpool did last year with the kids, Chuck. Yes. It can be done. And I don't know why I'm giving you hope right now. But
Charlie, would you like to see? Now we know that Thomas Partey played right back for the second half against Shakhtar. That could have been because Ben White was on a yellow card, and obviously they're more than aware of they don't want another red card right now. Or it could have been that he's preparing for Sunday, and he could shift Ben White into the centre, play Kivior at left back, or Ben White there, either way around. Is there a case? Is Ethan pushing for a start, Nwaneri? Is he ready? And could he throw him into a game of this magnitude? Because every time he's come on, he's been sensational. I think, Troy, we were at the same game.
Yeah.
Was the Leicester game where he came on, the strut, you tell me, Troy, the strut, got hold of the ball, beat two, flashed in a sock, brought out a great save from him. He just looks the real deal.
Geoff, I would love to see him get an opportunity. There are youth players who you feel they're kind of far from it, and there are youth players who you feel are on the verge, on the precipice of being at that level and cementing themselves in the team. And Ethan Nwaneri is one of those products who you say he's had such an incredible growth to this moment, but he needs that one moment to say, I'm confident I can do it, and prove it to himself, but also to the supporters, to the Arsenal squad, to Arteta. And I think he's earned the right to go out and play.
I think the biggest point in that same game that Geoff's talking to is he put him on before Jesus. Do you remember, Geoff?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, what? Like, Jesus is there. He came on and he was like, give me the ball, watch this. A little bit, don't want to put too much pressure on him, like Cole Palmer. Like, give me the ball and watch what I do. And everybody else just get out of my way. So I would like to see him in that game. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about Arsenal. It makes me feel sick, Geoff. What they said about Liverpool, Arne Slot, how good he's done.
Yeah, well, there's this question mark, isn't it, as to whether or not they've really played Inabri so far, which is perhaps a little bit unfair. Yeah. But this will be the first time on Sunday that they've played any of the top five from last season. Look, Chelsea was the toughest test so far. You can't say it was the scoreline probably doesn't tell the full story, but yeah, this is a test for Liverpool. There's no question of that. But they've won 6 games on the road, so they're absolutely flying at the minute. They've got that thing. They've got momentum. They've got confidence. I'm loving watching Curtis Jones at the moment.
Yeah.
Just he's such a joy to watch as well. Everything about them, But the go again, I don't think the scoreline here reflected. Love that poacher's goal. You'd have done that, Troy, wouldn't you? Even if it was halfway over the line. You're sticking your back foot in there, aren't you?
Absolutely. If I was Salah and somebody did that, though, there'd be a different type of conversation, wouldn't there, Geoff?
Strikers Union as always. Are Liverpool the real deal? You've got to say where they are in the title. Yes, but let's have this conversation again in the early part of January, and we'll find out.
We'll be mid-table by then, Geoff.
Keep doubting us. About it. Keep doubting us, Geoff. It's fine.
Let me just scroll down and see where Watford. Geoff, obviously, one of my favorite things about your career is some of the amazing sound bites that you've gotten from coaches after games. Mourinho, you didn't have to be in the room. Mourinho just supplied everyone with a lot to talk about today. Talk to me a little bit about Mourinho and what you see from him in these Europa League matches.
Yeah, I think you posted an old one the other day, didn't you, from José, one of mine.
Well, a famous one that I forgot you were a part of.
Thanks very much. Appreciate that. And as you pointed out to everybody just there, it's all down to Mourinho, nothing to do with the question, which in his case is probably correct. Oh, I thought it was vintage José last night. He's just box office, isn't he? He's dripping with sarcasm. He gets sent off and then he absolutely hammers the referee, but not in a fashion that he can get done for it. He says, unbelievable. That's why he's the best referee in the world. He's watching the penalty area and the game at 100 miles an hour, and he's watching me on the sideline at the same time. What a top referee. What a guy. I mean, some people get irked by him, but I don't. I love him. I think he's really, really funny, and he can be self-deprecating as well. And as he said, Premier League, a couple of years' time, I'll be looking to come back. And I'll look for a club that doesn't play in UEFA competitions. I'm not quite sure I can see José joining a struggling club. Mind you, he did join Manchester United, so yeah, he's done it.
Okay, well, Jeff, that leads me to my question. He said he's going to be back in the Premier League, managing. Do you see a world in which this happens? And if so, what team might he be in charge of?
Well, you never say never, do you? So José will always bring something. He'll definitely bring noise, and somebody somewhere, he'll point to his track record and say he is a proven winner. He's a proven trophy winner, and he doesn't stay at clubs for a long time. So I think anybody takes him on knows exactly what they're getting. So I'm not sure I could visualise who would actually take him right now because he's been at most of the top clubs.
Wrexham season 5?
Hey, I'm going to see Wrexham tomorrow. I'm going to Charlton to watch them, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I need to catch up on the Championship scores. Troy, what was the score between Luton and Watford last week? I didn't see.
Oh, Jeff, we were getting on so well.
Could you just bring me up to speed?
It was a 3-0 win to Luton, and as you know, I never lost to them, so that's all that matters.